Welcome to our channel, the hub of all things crypto. In today's video, we are about to embark on an exciting exploration into what could possibly be the most crucial week in Bitcoin's history. Yes, you heard it right. We're standing on the precipice of a monumental decision that could shape the trajectory of Bitcoin and potentially the entire crypto market. So grab your cup of coffee, sit back, and buckle up as we delve deep into the riveting world of Bitcoin, its future, and the buzzing Bitcoin options market. Whether you are a seasoned crypto investor or a curious onlooker, you're in for a thrilling ride. So let's get started. What does the future hold for Bitcoin? This question is on the minds of crypto enthusiasts around the globe. The crypto market is a pulsing, electrifying entity, charged with tension and anticipation. At the heart of it all is the US Securities and Exchange Commission's impending decision on the first spot Bitcoin ETF. The opinions are divided, the debate fierce. Will they approve the ETF in the coming days, or will they postpone the decision yet again? Only time will tell. But while we await this monumental decision, the Bitcoin options market is buzzing, its activity hinting at considerable price movements on the horizon. As of the 5th of January, the total open interest in Bitcoin options on Deribit is an impressive 228,646.7 Bitcoin, representing a notional value of $10.05 billion. These colossal figures suggest a high level of market participation and a keen interest in Bitcoin's future price movements. But what's even more interesting is the dominance of call open interest, comprising 162,694.5 Bitcoin, compared to put open interest at 65,952.2 Bitcoin. This suggests a bullish sentiment among investors. It seems they are anticipating or hedging against a potential increase in Bitcoin's price. The breakdown of open interest by strike price further reinforces this bullish sentiment. The highest concentration of call options is at the $50,000 strike price, with a value of $1.05 billion. This level could be viewed as a significant psychological and financial threshold that many investors are betting Bitcoin will reach or surpass. So, as we stand on the precipice of a potentially monumental decision, all eyes are on Bitcoin. Will it reach that elusive $50,000 mark? Will the SEC's decision swing the market one way or the other? The anticipation is palpable, the stakes high. But one thing is certain: the future of Bitcoin is anything but dull. As we move forward into this uncharted territory, we can only speculate and watch as the future of Bitcoin unfolds. To get a sense of what might be on the horizon, we turn to Deribit's Bitcoin options market. This market offers a snapshot into the future, reflecting investor sentiment and expectations. It's like a crystal ball, but instead of vague images, it gives us concrete numbers and trends. Let's start with a key concept: open interest. This term refers to the total number of outstanding option contracts in the market. As of January 5th, the open interest in Bitcoin options on Deribit stands at an impressive 228,646.7 Bitcoin. This represents a notional value of over $10 billion. These big numbers tell us that a lot of people are participating in the market and are very interested in Bitcoin's future price movements. Now, within this open interest, there's a dominance of call open interest. Call options are contracts that give investors the right, but not the obligation, to buy Bitcoin at a certain price. The fact that the call open interest is higher than the put open interest suggests a bullish sentiment among investors. In other words, they're expecting the price of Bitcoin to rise. To be more precise, the call open interest comprises 162,694.5 Bitcoin, while the put open interest stands at 65,952.2 Bitcoin. So, what does this all mean? Well, it appears that the market is looking up. The dominance of call options signals that investors are expecting, or at least are prepared for, a potential increase in Bitcoin's price. They're betting on a bright future for Bitcoin, but remember, the market is always in flux. Today's bullish sentiment could become tomorrow's bearish outlook. That's why it's essential to keep an eye on the market and stay informed, because in the world of Bitcoin, the only constant is change. This bullish sentiment suggests that investors are anticipating, or at least hedging against, a potential increase in Bitcoin's price. The breakdown of open interest by strike price provides further insight into investor sentiment. So, let's delve into it. A striking focus of attention is the $50,000 strike price. This point represents a significant psychological and financial threshold in the market. With a value of over $1 billion, it's clear that many investors are placing their bets on Bitcoin reaching, or even surpassing this level. Moving down the ladder, we see the next highest concentration at the $45,000 and $60,000 strike prices. This suggests that there's still optimism for even higher prices. Although it's worth noting that the conviction for these higher thresholds is somewhat lesser than for the $50,000 mark. Now let's shift our focus to another key aspect: the expiration of these options. When we look at the concentration of call options for the January 26th expiration, the figures are quite telling. With over $2 billion in calls versus just under $1 billion in puts, it's evident that the bullish sentiment is not just a passing phase. In fact, it appears to be more pronounced for the medium term. This indicates that a significant part of the market is anticipating important developments surrounding Bitcoin before this date. Maybe they're expecting a favorable decision on the Bitcoin ETF, or perhaps there's another catalyst they're banking on. It's important to remember that while these numbers give us a glimpse into the mindset of the market, they're not definitive predictions of the future. Markets are dynamic, and sentiments can shift quickly. But for now, these figures provide a fascinating snapshot of where the market stands and where it might be heading. This data suggests that the bullish sentiment is more pronounced for the medium term, with significant developments expected before this date. So, keep your eyes peeled, and let's see how this exciting chapter in Bitcoin's history unfolds. The regular trade breakdown reveals a balanced market in terms of trading activities. A closer look at the regular trade breakdown shows a nearly symmetrical picture. Almost equal percentages of puts and calls are bought and sold, creating a harmonious dance in the Bitcoin options market. For those unfamiliar with the terms, puts and calls are the two types of options contracts. A call gives the holder the right to buy an asset at a certain price within a specific period of time. Investors buy calls when they believe the price of the underlying asset will increase. On the other hand, a put gives the holder the right to sell an asset at a certain price within a specific period of time. Investors buy puts when they believe the price of the underlying asset will decrease. Now let's delve into the numbers. The breakdown shows 17.8% for puts bought and 17.9% for puts sold. For calls, we see 32.1% bought and 32.2% sold. What does this mean? Well, these nearly equal percentages indicate a stronger interest in betting on or hedging against an increase in Bitcoin's price. However, this doesn't mean everyone is throwing caution to the wind. The balance between calls bought and sold is also almost equal, suggesting a level of prudence among traders. For every investor speculating on a price rise by buying calls, there is almost an equal number of investors who are either more cautious or looking to profit from selling these options. This balanced dance of buying and selling, of optimism and caution, paints a picture of a market that is both optimistic about Bitcoin's prospects and prepared for potential volatility. So, while the overall sentiment leans towards bullish, the regular trade breakdown unveils a careful undercurrent. Investors are not just betting on Bitcoin's rise, they're also hedging their bets, preparing for all possible outcomes. The balance between calls bought and sold suggests a cautious approach among traders, preparing for further volatility. So, what does all this data mean for the future of Bitcoin? Let's sum it up. It's like we're standing at the crossroads of a major turning point in Bitcoin's history. There's a tangible sense of anticipation hanging in the air as the crypto market waits with bated breath for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's verdict on the first spot Bitcoin ETF. The data tells a story of its own. It speaks of a bullish sentiment, a sense of optimism prevailing in the market. The lion's share of the open interest in Bitcoin options is represented by call options, indicating that many investors are betting on or hedging against an increase in Bitcoin's price. The $50,000 strike price has emerged as a significant psychological and financial threshold, a goalpost that many investors are hoping Bitcoin will reach or surpass. But what's interesting to note is that this bullish sentiment isn't blind optimism. It's not unfounded or without reason. It's based on careful analysis and informed decision-making. The open interest data by expiration shows a heavy concentration of call options for the 26th of January expiration. This tells us that the bullish sentiment is more pronounced for the medium term, with a large part of the market anticipating significant developments surrounding the Bitcoin ETF to occur before this date. The regular trade breakdown, on the other hand, presents a more balanced picture. It shows almost equal percentages of puts and calls being bought and sold, indicating a balanced market in terms of trading activities. This suggests a cautious approach, a hedging of bets, a preparation for further volatility. While the data reflects a predominantly bullish sentiment, the presence of substantial put options and balanced trade activities signal a cautious approach among traders. Only time will tell what the future holds for Bitcoin. This is a game of wait and see, a game of anticipation and speculation, and we're all players in it. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the world is watching. What happens next? Well, as always, only time will tell. That's it for today's deep dive into the most important week in Bitcoin's history. We hope you found this video informative and insightful. We delve into the complex world of Bitcoin, breaking down the data and making sense of the trends. If you found this video helpful and you'd like to keep up with the latest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit that bell icon too. This way, you'll be notified every time we post a new video. We'd also love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you agree with our analysis? Do you see things differently? Please share your insights in the comments section below. Your input is valuable to us and to our community of viewers. Thanks again for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next video.